let's go ahead and judge some 2-0 teams. I've got a ranking list here of some 2-0 teams. I'm going to start at 10 and then work my way up to 1, okay? At 10 for me, I'm going to go the Bengals just because Joe Burrow, he's out for 3 months. I don't really know what that looks like for the Cincinnati Bengals. At 9, I got the San Francisco 49ers again. Injuries. I've been hearing rumors that Brock Purdy could play this week. Who knows? George Kittle, he's on IR right now. We'll see how the 49ers kind of look, but I'm a little concerned with just the injuries there. And then 8, the Cardinals, they got to figure out how to close these games out better. I mean, they beat the Saints by 1 possession. They beat the Panthers by 1 possession. 2 bottom tier NFC South teams. The Rams, I mean, they beat the Titans. They scored 33, but the week before that, they only scored 14 against the Texans, and the Texans haven't looked all that good. So I think the Rams are the Rams still. I think they'll figure it out as the season goes, but right now I'm putting them right above the Cardinals at 7. And then 6, I'm putting the Buccaneers. I mean, speaking of a team that's able to close games, they're able to do it. I mean, the last 2 weeks, Falcons, they were down by 3. They went down, scored a touchdown. Against the Texans, they were down in that game as well. They go down, score a touchdown to win. I mean, they've been showing back-to-back weeks that they can come up in the clutch and they can come up with drives to win the game. The Colts, Danny Dimes, if he keeps playing like this, we'll see what they look like. And with the AFC South kind of having an interesting struggle with the rest of the teams, it leaves that door open for the Colts to maybe capitalize. And then after this is where the teams get drastically different. Because these 4 teams I'm about to mention that are 2-0, I don't think they're on any of the other teams' levels that I just mentioned. They're they're on another level. Now, the only reason I don't have the Chargers higher is because they need to show they can run the football better. Najee Harris hasn't really had a great start to the year. Omarion Hampton hasn't really had a great start to the year. I expect that to be different because that's probably the only surprising thing about the Chargers is that you got a Jim Harbaugh coached team that Harbaugh is a run-heavy guy, and they're just not running the football effective. But Justin Herbert, he looks like one of the best players in the NFL just going off the first 2 weeks of the season. And then the Bills, we saw what they did against the Ravens. They came back down 15. They have Josh Allen. They have James Cook, who's been ultra consistent for them. Keon Coleman, he's been taking that next step. This Bills defense looks really good. I expect them to keep getting better and better, and they're going to get more healthy because Maxwell Harrison has not played a snap for the Buffalo Bills yet, so I expect them to keep improving. Philadelphia Eagles, I know they've had a lot of close games their first 2 weeks. They beat the Cowboys by 4, and then they barely beat the Chiefs. So, they kind of look like the Chiefs last year, right? Where they're kind of barely winning these games, and they're still winning, which is okay. But I don't think they're the best team that's 2-0 right now. Jalen Hurts, he's not throwing a crazy amount, but that's not the Eagles' identity. They run the football. They do all the tush-push stuff, which people need to start asking this question. When is the tush-push going to get banned? Because there's a couple of times in the Chiefs game where there was a false start and the referees just couldn't judge it. It's hard to see that. And then at 1, we made a video about this. Go check it out. The Green Bay Packers have looked like the best team in the league. They're 2-0. They beat the Lions, they beat the Commanders. Their defense is absurd. It's so good. They can get to the passer. They can clamp up in the secondary. Their offense is starting to pick it up. They have Josh Jacobs. I expect him to get it going a little bit more. I know my boy Ashton was complaining about Matthew Golden kind of being a dud in fantasy, but I think he'll start picking it up a little bit more. Jordan Love, turnover-free football for the first 2 weeks. So I expect these teams to get better that are in the top 4, and then they're just in a class of their own. Let me know in the comments who you guys got ranked 1 through 10 in the 2-0 teams up to this point, and also let me know which 2-0 team you're the most concerned about, because there's a couple. There's the Niners, there's the Bengals that are a little concerning me, even the Cardinals. I think you could throw them in there. So let me know in the comments what you think. I'm Jackson Burleson. Keep posted for some more Gridiron Goobers content. But I will see you guys later. Peace.